Hi, it's Marion Buck-Murray, and I'm back with a second video to help you stay sane during the holiday season. In this video, I'm going to share 5 tips for overcoming social anxiety. And if you are a sensitive, empathic person like I am, like my clients, most of my clients are, you might find it very difficult to navigate some of the social gatherings that tend to crop up during the holiday season. So what I'm sharing with you are tips that work really well for me because I can experience social anxiety, and I hope that they're helpful for you. So the first tip is to, before the social gathering, is to take some time and close your eyes and visualize how you want to feel while you're at the gathering. So perhaps you want to feel confident or friendly or easygoing, and imagine yourself feeling that way and how it would feel. So really bring the feeling into your body to create a visceral experience. See yourself how you, in the way that you want to be interacting with other people. So perhaps you're reaching out your hand to shake somebody's hand, or giving somebody a hug, or in a great conversation with someone. And you don't really need to worry about a lot of details with this visualization. It's more about sensing viscerally how you want to feel. And it's a very powerful technique because it will help you feel better, and it will definitely increase the chances, the probability that you'll experience the same thing at the gathering. You'll just be much more attuned with those feelings. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to listen deeply. Many times when we go to an event where we are not familiar with the people that are there, and perhaps they're acquaintances that we haven't seen for a while, it can be very easy to stay in your head and begin to do sort of a spin about, oh, do I look okay? What if I say something and I sound stupid? What are they thinking of me? On and on and on. And so the more that we listen to this mind chatter, the less we're paying attention to the person in front of us. And people really like to be understood. People like to be listened to. So instead of staying in your head listening to the chatter, may have an intention of truly listening to the person in front of you. Listen deeply. Get curious about what they're about and what they're saying. Listen so that you can ask questions and show that you're interested in the person. When you do this, you begin to form a deeper connection. And that's what feels good. And this is what will help you feel more relaxed at any type of gathering. The more connected we feel, the better we feel. And so make these connections by listening deeply. And when you listen deeply, you're much more apt to get questions from the other person about you, so that you can begin to tell, the other person what you're all about. So make the connection and you'll feel a lot better. The third tip is to have an exit plan. It's okay for many gatherings to go a little bit late, or arrive, on time if you want, but to really create a time frame that helps you feel comfortable. And so perhaps that means arriving a little late. Perhaps it means leaving an hour early. Decide ahead of time what your exit plan is going to be, And what that will do, it will help you relax so that you're not wondering like, oh, when is this going to be over? When are we going to leave? If you go with someone, make sure that you discuss this ahead of time so that you're both on the same page, and decide when you're going to leave. And you can always change that if you're having a really good time. But chances are, if you happen to be a sensitive, empathic person, uh, you know, social events can feel a little bit overstimulating at times. And so it might be in your best interest to safeguard your energy, to really have a plan where you have a time frame that is in your best interest and in the best interest for everybody, because you'll be in your best energy and you'll be much more apt to have a good time. Okay. So the fourth tip is to take a break as needed. Like I mentioned in the last tip, holiday events and any kind of social event or any kind of gathering with people, maybe even a networking meeting, can feel overstimulating because there are different people in the room with different moods and different temperaments. There could be lighting and smells of perfumes and food smells, and so depending upon your level of sensitivity, you might be getting overstimulated. And so notice that and take breaks as needed. Walk into a different room if you can and just sit by yourself. Take a walk around the block if you can. Go to into the bathroom, the restroom, and stay there for a while and do some deep breathing. And if you really need to, decide that it's time to leave, that this environment is not the best for you. So protect yourself and take breaks as needed so that you can take a break and go back to the social gathering feeling replenished and back into your own good energy. Now, the fifth tip to really overcoming social anxiety is to use some EFT tapping. If you are not familiar with EFT tapping, you can visit my website at MarionBuckMurray.com. And on my website, you will find a helpful video, more than one helpful videos, but a video that will show you exactly how to use EFT tapping and tell you more about how it works. EFT is a really great technique for helping you feel calmer and more relaxed when you go into situations that might produce some anxiety. So for a social gathering or party, what you could do is perhaps imagine the event or the circumstance that makes you feel anxious, or a person that perhaps you're not looking forward to seeing. And before you go, bring this to mind, bring it into your feeling senses, and use some EFT tapping around all the points to help yourself deactivate those feelings. That's going to help you before you go. And if you need assistance in this, please reach out to me. The other way that you can use EFT tapping is at the actual event. And the way that you want to do this is if all of a sudden or gradually you begin to feel more and more anxious, and you notice that, it's harder to articulate, it's harder to relax and get your, and you want to feel easygoing, just you could go take a break into someplace private like the bathroom and do some tapping through all the points, or you could just gently under the table, or not even under the table, start tapping on the side of your hand, right between the bottom of your pinky and the start of your wrist, on this fleshy part of the hand, breathing deeply. And this will help reduce cortisol, the major stress hormone. When you reduce cortisol, you actually make your brain more effective. It brings blood back to the brain, and so that you can articulate more easily, and tapping will also help to turn on the relaxation response so that you feel a lot more relaxed and easygoing. Okay, so those are 5 tips to help you overcome social anxiety. And again, if you'd like some assistance with EFT tapping, reach out to me. And that's all for this video. I will be back with another video to help you stay sane during the holidays. I'm wishing you peace and comfort and joy and just lots of good well-being and well wishes. Goodbye for now.